Hello and welcome back to Guild Wars 2. Here we are in Lion's Arch, and right now I'm about to introduce the lot of you to my alt. The only other character I see myself playing, other than Lumen, the Asuran engineer, this, ladies and gentlemen, is Juniper. She is a Sylvari thief, and she's absolutely beautiful. She is currently sporting some heritage armor with chocolate and mushroom flavored dyes. Wow. Magnificent. Truly magnificent. She is an awe-inspiring creature. I like it. Now, the skin color here, I'm going to talk about everything about this character. From start to finish, everything I've done. I'm currently level 40. I've been playing mostly with Helene, but we'll get to that. Now, the skin color here, it was a strange thing because when I was creating the character, I jokingly said to Helene, hey, look, I'm going to make a banana Sylvari. And then I changed to the yellow and I was instantly stuck on it. I knew the second I changed to this Lumo yellow that this was going to be the color of my character. I knew it. The eyes are frost white colored. I don't know, I think it's called frost. I'm not even sure. It's the brightest eye color you can get on Sylvari, and everything else is yellow. That's it. Everything else is as yellow as it can possibly be. And I like it. It is, in my opinion, quite unique. I haven't seen that many Sylvari that stray from the neutral colors. I don't know why. I don't know why people don't get a bit cray-cray in the character creator, because when you create something like this, then you're proud. Obviously, you're happy with your creation, but you're proud to walk around and show something as beautiful as this off. I know I am. And I'm going to show you guys what my dream armor is. I'm going to get it one day. I promise you that. I've already chosen what my character is going to look like at max level. No matter what armor I get, the skin that I'm going to show you in a little bit is going to be the skin that I'm going to use no matter what. I'm sure you're all wondering what it is now. But no, I won't tell you. I will not tell you just yet. So, this is her. My gear, nothing special. I'm busy leveling, so it's like pretty basic stuff. I don't know. The only really cool thing is the hero's band, which I guess gets progressively less cool as you get further into the game. I did actually keep my hood that I got when I created my character, because I feel that I'll be able to do something with that later on. It's a really cool skin. But I prefer not to show my helmet or shoulder pads, ever. I just don't. I like having the absolute minimum. I must say that when it comes to weapon skins, I'm really strongly considering going back to Guild Wars 1 to get a couple more Hall of Monuments points so I can get the Hall of Monuments dagger, because that looks super cool. Thinking of getting that for myself. As for the skin that I'm going to show you, I'll do that a little bit later, probably closer to the end of the video, because it would require me traveling to the mists. As you can actually see all the skins in the game, or at least most of them. I think most of them are there. Anyway, in character creation I chose Charmin. I can't remember exactly what I chose. I don't know if you can see it here. There you go. So, I chose Subterfuge, the Green Knight, Act with Wisdom, but Act, Cycle of Night, and Charm. That's it. I'm Juniper. And I'm beautiful. Okay. Now, I haven't progressed in my personal story at all. I spoke to the requisitioner, I got my gear, and then I hightailed it out of there to Queensdale. The reason I chose Queensdale is because the human areas, Queensdale, Kessex Hills, and Gendaran Fields, I classify Gendaran Fields as the last human area. I feel as if it links up nicely. It's a good one. It's the natural progression after Kessex Hills. But basically, I created my character. I went straight to Lion's Arch. So you go to the Mists, then you go to Lion's Arch, and I took a portal to Divinity's Reach. And I started right the heck here, in the village of Shaymore. The reason for that was because I wanted to do my leveling with Helene, and I have. Thus far, I have not gained a single level without Helene being with me. Now, this is just my personal time that I have, the time away from work I spend playing Guild Wars with Eileen. For those that are wondering about it, I mostly switch my chat window to just say. So I've got a separate little window here somewhere. Here it is. Just ignore that. I was spamming myself. I've got a little window here called Clear that I switch to when I'm either recording something like this where I don't actually want to interact with anyone. I just want to talk about what I'm talking about. And I do the same thing when I'm playing with Eileen. So I switch it to that. And I just look at say, and that's it. Nothing else. So if someone comes up to me in the wild, then I'll speak to them, sure. But most of my time is spent talking to Eileen in real life, because she's sitting right next to me. And that's that. So it's sort of like bonding time, and I get to play my brand new character. So, we started in Queensdale, the two of us. We progressed down into Kessex Hills. Lots of fun. We did everything we could in all the areas. So we 100% all the areas that we go through. We did Demon Grub Pits down here. In Kessex Hills, we did the Collapsed Observatory, I think it's called. Down here. I think it's in there. A lot of fun. Then we went to Gendaran Fields, and we did everything there. We did the little pirate cave at the bottom. We did the Pravernic Crypt at the top. After that, we didn't go straight to Harathi Highlands, which you'd expect us to do. No, first we went to the Fields of Ruin. That's another human area. I don't know what's with me. I just think that of all the areas in the game, all the areas in the game, and I really mean this, Queensdale is the best. I'm assuming it's because it's been polished the most. It's the first area they added, or at least one of the first. It's just the one area that I always enjoy. So with that, we continued into Fields of Ruin. Also lots of fun. I kind of enjoyed it. From there, we hightailed it to the Harathi Highlands or Hinterlands. I'm used to calling it Highlands. Sorry, that's World of Warcraft influencing me. We're nearly done there, and after that, I don't know yet. I don't know, because after that, I'm already level 40. I'll probably be like level 42, 43, and then we'll be able to choose from a whole bunch of areas that I've never done before. So, if you guys want to give me suggestions for really cool, fun areas that you think I'll enjoy, feel free. Go ahead. Because most of the areas above level, say, 45, I kind of skipped. Because most of the levels I got on my engineer were in World vs. World. Sad, but true. I don't know. Maybe I'll go into Bloodtide Coast, because I know the Whispers guys are there. That could be interesting as well. Who knows? But that's the progression we went through. I've been doing as many dailies as I possibly can. I think I've missed 2 or 3 of them. I've got 6 laurels at the moment. I am going for my monthly, doing rather well. I haven't done any dungeons yet, so if any of you are online at some point within the next half a month, you probably will see me asking to do dungeons, because I'm most likely going to do them with Juniper Lee. I'll start on the lower level ones and probably do... I haven't decided if I'm going to do story or exploration mode yet, but I will be doing them, because I'm going to complete this. I want my 10 laurels, and we're going to go to the laurel vendor in just a moment. Don't worry. But first, we're going to talk about the weapons that I chose. They're my favorite currently. I'm using short bow and 2 daggers. Now, for those that don't know, with Thief, you can actually do all sorts of really cool stuff. You can go... Firstly, you can use daggers, swords, short swords now, or normal swords, one-handed swords, not the great swords, pistols, and short bows. You can also use... No, that's about it. Okay. That's about it. I haven't spent much time using swords or pistols. I've spent most of my time using dagger, and short bow in my off slot, because it just seems to suit the style of play that I enjoy. At first, I was kind of attached to just using the short bow the whole time, but I realized that you can't really output the same amount of damage, and when I started using my utility skills, then my character got its personality, the way it's played. I sort of figured out exactly what I wanted to do with it, and It's kind of what I said before in one of my World vs. World videos, where I wanted a mobile character that could hit hard. So it needs to be able to strike, run away, strike, run away, that kind of thing. And I think I'm working towards that quite well at the moment. So with a short bow, I've got my normal attack here. Then you've got this cluster bomb thing, which is really cool for AoE, but I don't like the fact that when you shoot it, you can press 2 to detonate it in the air. I mean, it's kind of useful, but at the same time, you know, they just go all over the place. Like, really, all over the place. You're not going to hit anything with that. So what ends up happening is you can't spam it, and I assume that's a balance thing. They don't want you to be able to spam these because it would do too much damage. So you got to cast that, and you can cast your other AoE there as well. Then after that, disabling shot, which is one of my favorites. This is one reason I actually switch to my bow quite often, because if you're busy fighting something, say I'm fighting that miner over there, then say you're getting a lot of damage on you, then you can attack, and you can quickly switch to your bow, use that, and it'll jump you back and snare the miner. So that's great. So it's basically a bit of damage and a cripple. Then choking gas is the other AoE that I showed you. Kind of cool as well, I guess. This is basically your AoE weapon when it comes to Thief, and those 2 and 4, are the 2 that you end up using a lot. Infiltrators Arrows is something that I was planning on using a lot, but with my latency it just doesn't work that well, because if you look at this, and if I'm running like this, straight forward, and I click it there, then my character keeps running a little bit before the arrow actually shoots, and the distance that I can move with the Infiltrator Arrow is reduced. So it ends up being a bit of a waste. Not a complete waste, but a bit of a waste. Then with daggers, and as I said, the reason I'm using these is because they're the ones that I've enjoyed so far. Dagger, short bow, with the dagger being, let's say, the lead weapons. They're the ones that I initiate with. They're the ones that I use for the most part, unless I need to, as I said, snare or AoE. So that's it. I am planning on trying the other weapons out extensively. I like playing with one set of weapons for a decent period of time till I actually know them inside out. Till I can do everything there is to do with them and I'm comfortable using them. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've been using these for, let's say, 25 levels or so already. And I feel like I'm getting used to them now. Getting the hang of them. I know where my fingers need to go when I want to do something specific. And I like that feeling. That's how I do it. Exactly how I explained in my previous build video for the grenade kit thing. I like doing things by doing them, or at least figuring things out by doing them. I don't like reading builds and stuff like that and being told, you know, this is the best combination of weapons. No. No. Why would I want to hear that? What I want to hear is, go Lumen. Go now and do everything. Experience everything. And then gravitate towards what you enjoy the most. So that's that. With daggers, you get the basic attack that you got to press 3 times, because when you're attacking something, it switches from double strike to wild strike to lotus strike, and I think the backstab is if you in stealth. I don't know how this really works. I really don't know how it works, but I know that when you're attacking something, it switches between the 2 the whole time. I guess I can actually go down here to Fort Mariner quickly. My game's probably going to lag like crazy, because for some reason Guild Wars 2 still performs terribly. I don't know if I need to maybe reinstall or re-download the game, because I'm still using the beta client. I don't know what it is. Maybe my drivers just suck. Maybe my computer's just getting old, but the game doesn't perform as well as I'd like it to, so it's a pity. Now, I think we can just test these things out here. I can show you what I mean. Let's head into the back. Here. Now, you can see it switches between them there. Double strike, wild strike, lotus strike. And your last one, which is lotus strike, does more damage. Are these higher and lower levels? Hold on. Why am I doing so little damage? Maybe I need to attack these ones over here. Let's just make sure. No, I'm just not doing a lot of damage at all. These are probably like level 80 or something. Anyway, disregard the damage. I'm not here to talk about that anyway. But you got the basic attack. Then Heartseeker. Now, I said before, I don't really know what I'm doing yet, but I'm still playing and still learning about everything there is to know about Thief. So I am a bit of a newbie where all these skills are concerned, but this does seem to be your main damage dealer. How it works is when your opponent's above 50% health, it does 225 damage. Now that obviously scales when you level up. Below 50%, 338, and below 25%, 420. Impressive stuff. So the more damage you do, the more damage you do. And it's like a semi-leap type thing. So it's kind of cool for initiating. Kind of cool. Then, after that, Death Blossom, which is kind of cool because this is an evade, like a dodge, along with an attack, and it's an AoE. So if you do this over a couple of targets, it'll attack all of them, all the targets in range, which is very useful, I'd say, and it puts a reasonably strong bleed on your opponent. Then, this one is kind of cool, one of my favorites as well. Dancing Dagger, when you toss it, it hits 4 targets. If there are only 2 targets in the area, then it'll hit those twice each. So it'll bounce, 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 which is very nice. I like that. It also cripples, so you've got at least one cripple while you're using daggers, and you've got the cripple, or at least the snare. I like to call it a snare. I don't know why, with your bow. So you've got both of them. And I'm lagging seriously badly, but that's fine. Doesn't really matter. I'm clicking. There you go. Perfect. Then, Cloak and Dagger. One of the most important ones, I feel. What this does is when you use it, you go stealth. Okay, you do an attack, you go stealth, and then you are free to do what you want. You can actually attack from stealth. So, when I first started playing Thief, I was very confused about how the whole stealth thing works, because there's no stealth button that you press to put yourself in stealth mode like there is in World of Warcraft or many other MMOs. It doesn't work like that. Stealth is much more difficult to come by in Guild Wars 2, and I think much more difficult to control as well. So you have to rely on other things to get you in stealth than just this Cloak and Dagger or just clicking on a button. Now, because of the way I'm spec'd with my traits, I can use my steal, which is also a very interesting thing. What happens with steal is when you steal from someone, you steal a skill from them, and then that skill you can use, and then it switches back to steal, and you can steal again, and then you can just rinse and repeat. That skill is kind of random that you get, and in the way I'm using it, it doesn't really matter. Sometimes you get really cool stuff like stuns or slows or really high damaging skills, and sometimes you get useless stuff. But how I've spec'd now, I can actually steal, and the steal gives me stealth, and then I can attack from stealth and do a lot of damage. So basically backstab. That's cool. That's what I want. And that's how my build at the moment is working. Now, I will again just say that it's still work in progress. I don't really know what I'm doing with Thief, but this has, thus far at least, been the most fun for me. So the utility skills I'm using, roll for initiative. This one's an extra, and I feel this is the one that I'm going to be replacing soon. It's just mainly being used at the moment because I've been in areas that have been a little bit higher level than me, and I kind of need that panic button. So when we went to Harathi Hinterlands, I was actually level 32 or 33, and then some of the mobs that we fought or encountered were higher level than me, and I kind of wanted to be able to get away from them quickly. But at the same time, it also gives you 6 initiative when you use it, which is really cool. There's your initiative over here. You use initiative on your skills in your hotbar down here, so if you don't know Thief, that's how it works. You can cast them all, and your initiative will keep regenerating the whole time. Some skills, some things you do or use, give you more initiative. When I go into stealth mode, for instance, I get or gain 2 initiative instantly. See there? In stealth, I get that 2 initiative. Very cool. Now, for my heal, I use Hide and Shadows. I forgot to mention that. I kind of like the signets, but I feel that Hide and Shadows is better because it actually gives me, ta-da, more stealth. So I've got a whole bunch of skills that give me stealth, and I like stealth. I like going in and out of the shadows to both confuse my opponents and hit them really, really hard. Then, Shadow Refuge. This is a semi-heal / stealth. You cast it, everyone in that area gets stealthed. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I know if you leave the area immediately, you don't have a long stealth on yourself. but if you stay in it till it ends, then you can actually run around in stealth for a little while. So I'm not sure how it works. I'm not 100% on it yet, but it is very cool. Then my final skill, this is what I usually pop when I come out of stealth, and I'll show you the way I execute my executions in just a moment, but this is such a cool skill. I combine this with Basilisk Venom, which is my elite skill. I got a couple to choose from here. I enjoyed Thieves Guild, but I found Basilisk Venom to be so much better. What this does is it turns your enemy to stone for a short period of time, a very short period of time, but regardless, when he's turned to stone, he can't move. He can't do anything. He can't attack. He can't cast spells. He's stuck. Now, it's an elite skill, so it generally tends to hit the target you're going for. You can cast it, then you can just wait around for a little bit for up to 30 seconds before you attack. Now, there are many different ways of doing this, so if I wanted to sort of jump towards them with steel, or if I wanted to, let's say, use Cloak and Dagger, this is actually a good example. So if I run up to someone with my Venom already on, then I use Cloak and Dagger, then I use Haste, which gives you quickness. So your skills and actions are twice as fast. It's really good. Quickness is amazing. So what I'll do here is cast that, then he turns to stone. Then I'll cast quickness. I do this a bit faster than I'm doing it right now. I cast quickness, then I start attacking with whatever I want. Oh, that's amazing. Do you see how quickly I blew my initiative? I kind of got stuck behind the practice dummy there. So I'll do it again in 50 seconds so you can actually see it. But you can really dish out the damage with that. I feel that on a higher level, and I can't confirm this because I've never played as or seen a thief play on a high level, but I feel that when I'm level 80 and I've got really good gear, then I'm going to be able to dish out so much damage that I'll probably be able to kill someone before they come out of the Basilisk Venom stun. I see that happening. But those are the basic skills. We're going to revisit them in just a second, waiting for that to recharge, and I think that they're pretty fun. At the moment, at least, these are what I'm going to stick with for a while. As I said before, I'm going to change roll for initiative. I'm just not sure what to do. For mobility, Smokescreen could be fun. I got a couple of skill points to spend right now, so I might test a few more things out later, but I'm just not 100% sure. The Venoms and stuff are really cool as well. I could combine one of these Venoms, these ones here, with Basilisk Venom and the little maneuvers that I pull to just make them even more deadly. That could work, but have a look at this quickly. So if I cast Heartseeker, which I think is probably your main DPS output, but if I cast it a couple of times, check what happens. Look at that. Okay? That's not bad. Not bad at all. That's a decent amount of damage, but if I pull back now, okay, let's just get myself some initiative. There we go. Now, if I do it with this on, with haste on, just watch how quick it happens. Look at how quickly I output the damage. Look at this. What? Oh my goodness. That is absolutely amazing. So good. Now there are probably traits and stuff that make that even better that I haven't really gotten to or seen yet. But the traits that I'm going for at the moment that I probably would end up having on level 80 are Shadow Arts. I'm probably going to go for the entire line, mainly because this is what I really wanted. Stealing gives you 2 seconds of stealth, so it's an extra way to enter stealth. Over here, 2 initiative when using a skill that gives you stealth. And the last one that I'm going to use is most likely going to be... I don't know. I'm not even sure. I'm going to have a look. But there are a couple of really good ones. I like things like this. Deception skills, charging faster. But I'm not going to be using only deception skills here. Some of these that I'm using are tricks at the moment. It depends on what I use later. But blinding foes is good. I don't know what else there is that's really good. Regain health. I don't know why I'd want that. When you use a Venom skill, you apply the effects to all nearby allies as well. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Huh. Regeneration. I don't know if that's good. Anyway, regardless, I'm probably going to be going down here. Maybe I'll only go till here. Then that'll allow me to get something else if I don't want any of those. But I'm also going for Trickery because this increases the range of my stealing. And it reduces the recharge rate on steel. So the further you go, the more percentage you're going to have there. At max, it'll be, what is that, 30? 30% less? That's not bad. Not bad at all. So, those are the basics. That's what I've got so far. I am not sure if I'm going to stick with it for the rest of the game. I would like to stick with something similar, but I just can't be sure yet. I can't be. Now, because the video is already kind of long, I'm probably going to skip looking at the Laurel vendor. I will probably make another video in which I'll look at this and some other stuff. Right now, what I want to do is show you this armor that I've been waiting to show you for this entire video. Now, we got to go to the Mist for it because it is readily available there, but that said, it's sadly not readily available in the outside world. You can get it easily in PvP, or I think, at least it's there. But if you want to get it while you're playing for PvE, then it's only available, if I'm not mistaken, from your level 70 to 80 personal story quests. So that's a little bit difficult. You only get it there, and you only get it once as a reward from somewhere between 70 to 80. I think it's like 74 and 77. But let me show you how good it looks. I can't get enough of it. This made me fall in love with my character even more. So, it's called the Commando set, and I'm going to equip everything that I want. Everything that I want. Now, not going to put the jacket on yet. Let's put the gloves on. I don't even need the gloves. Okay, just putting that out there. I don't need the gloves. I can put any gloves on. I don't really need the boots either. They're kind of cool, but I don't need them. Oh, what is with the colors here? No, 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 no. That will not do. I have chocolate. And I'm going to put chocolate on everything. There. Okay. I want to see it in chocolate, and that's that. So where is it now? Gloves first. Boots. Pants. Now, get ready. Get ready. Look at those pants. Oh my goodness. They're looking so good already. Here's the jacket. That's it. That is exactly what I want. That is the armor that you're going to be seeing on Juniper Lee in the not too distant future. And that's the armor I'm going to stick with for all eternity. I'm telling you that right now. I will not use any shoulder pads. I'll not use any headgear. I want people to see how beautiful my character is. The shoulder pads and headgear, in my opinion, aren't that great anyway. So, where are they? That's how they look. It's kind of cool, okay? But I just feel that without those on, it is so much better. I don't know if you can get this in other ways, somehow. This specific visual set of armor, I'm just not sure. But this is what I want. This is what I will get. That's it. I'm done. I've introduced you to Juniper Lee, my new character. I'm going to be playing her for a good amount of time. I am enjoying Thief immensely, and I have some ideas for videos going forward. The coloring, I gotta say, in the Mist is not so nice. It doesn't look that great here. Juniper Lee looked much more vibrant when we were in Lion's Arch, so we're gonna go back there. But ideas for videos. Now, I would like to upload Guild Wars 2 content more regularly. So, the chances are I'm going to do something with Juniper Lee. I'm not sure if it's going to be maybe just random exploration videos of interesting areas, jumping puzzles, events, stuff like that. I'm not sure, because I feel that could get a bit boring. I was considering doing a personal story playthrough, but that would even more so be boring, because it's something that is sort of tailored to my character and my character alone. But it is, again, something that I'm considering at the moment. Personal story, because I've not really touched the personal story yet. As you can see there, I've pretty much just started. Now, those are two options. I will probably have a look at the new Flame and Frost stuff. It's currently in the prelude phase. So it's those events in the Diesa Plateau and the Wayfarer Foothills. I think I'll have a look at that at some point. Not sure in what capacity, but I'll have a look at it. I might even try some PvP matches when I'm confident in my skills as a thief. Who knows? Definitely gonna do more world versus world. Everyone will be invited for that. Don't worry. And then lastly, something that I was really interested in doing, but at the same time kind of scared about. I don't know if I should even tell you guys. So, I was spitballing an idea with Helene. There was no real spit involved, but we were throwing a few suggestions and ideas around about a quest for a legendary. It's really, really, really far out there for someone like me who doesn't play that much, but I have been playing more recently, and this is something that I'm going to be doing in the future sometime, not really soon, but at some point in the future. I was thinking of starting a video series up where I start doing everything there is to do and collecting everything there is to collect for a legendary. Now, I don't really like the current legendaries in the game. I'm hoping they add more. I was actually expecting them to add one more of each legendary except for greatswords, so that there'd be 2 of each. Sort of like the greatswords right now, maybe another dagger, another shortbow, that kind of stuff. And then what I would do is I'd probably go for, say, the dagger legendary. I'd get the precursor, I'd get the crafting skills that I need, or professions that I need, up to the level that I need them at, probably maxed. I'd do all there is to do to get the legendary on video, in front of the camera. But I could make it slightly more interactive and slightly easier. Interactive for those that want to help. So then if I need to do dungeons and stuff, I'll invite people with. If I need to collect stuff, I need to go and grind somewhere to find items, then I will ask in guild to see if anyone wants to come with. I was thinking of, to make it more interactive, having, now picture this. It's a little bit difficult to explain without having me on camera, because I'm making a lot of hand gestures right now that you're not seeing. That sort of give it all more context. But imagine a huge flowchart. A pretty one. One that I set up and made all nice looking. Now imagine that, and then it'll flow all the way through and contain every single step of the quest to the legendary. So you'll have the precursor there. You'll have the amount of dungeon runs I need to do. You'll have the gifts, I think they're called, that you need to collect. All of it will be displayed really nicely. I'm talking a really big flowchart. If I had to make this in Photoshop, the chances I'll make it at like 5,000 by 5,000 pixels. Really, really big, high detail with pictures, graphics, all that kind of stuff. And then what I'll do is I'll have, say for instance, let's go to the dungeon runs again. If I need to collect tokens from specific dungeons, then I'll have a little cloud of names around the dungeon run part of people that, say, helped me out, did the dungeons with me, basically people that were part of it. And then this big flowchart will expand as I go through it. It'll evolve as I go through it because more people's names will be added. The pictures will be highlighted as I go through them, or at least the path that I follow through the flowchart will be highlighted because I am obviously going through it and activating the different parts as I progress towards the legendary. Now, this is again, as I said, something that's it's way down the line. I would probably want to even upgrade my PC before I do something like this, because right now, a lot of the stuff that I want to do, it's so difficult to record it in my PC's current state, because the game just performs terribly, and I'd love to, if possible, record at, say, 1080p. I'd love to have the details nice and high, because I want people to see my character in max detail. I want people to experience the hunt for legendary in max detail. And I know people are probably doing things like this on YouTube already, but it won't be the same as the way I want to do it. Because I will do it better. I'm sorry to say, I'll do it better. I will put a bunch of effort into it, but that's it. I've got a bunch of ideas for videos that I want to do with Juniper Lee, and some with Lumen, the Asuran engineer. Sure. I'm going to be collecting some dyes. I've already got my 2 favorites here, mushroom and chocolate, for this character. I'll be collecting skins like that Commando's jacket that I want. I'm hoping I can get that. It would be so, so cool. I'm going to be doing my dailies and monthlies as often as I can. I'm basically going to be playing this character and enjoying myself. But that's it. This video has been much longer than I actually anticipated it would be. Kind of sad about that, but also kind of happy. I had a lot to talk about. I wanted to introduce my character, the current skills I'm using, my traits, everything about the character properly, and I think I did that. I think I did that right now. I don't have much of a story behind the character yet because I haven't really progressed through my personal story. I don't have amazing gear, nothing like that, but I have a character that I'm enjoying spending time with. I've not even looked how the town clothing looks. Oh, what is this? Oh my god, what does it look like if you take that off? You see, that looks even better than the town clothing. I don't even know. I don't even know. I prefer this. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it wasn't too long. I hope my voice wasn't too terrible throughout this, because I've been recording other stuff today. But this has been your introduction to Juniper Lee. Happy that.